Coming together, all three of those really gives us a strong foothold among the carriers and building products for enterprise.
Post-pandemic, when construction certainly seems to be coming back, not only in New York Metro, but other parts of the country as well.
Here we are, good morning. This is our fireside chat here with Mark Watkins with Airspan, and he just came into town. We're glad to have him. I'm Ed O'Brien with Advanced Business Communications, here with my partner, infamous Kenny DiPaolo. And we're very excited because we're starting a partnership with Airspan. And they are in the cellular DAS solution business. And it's one of the holes in our pocket we've been looking to fill for many years. We had the Corning, and you know that situation. But Mark, glad to be a partner with you, and thanks for coming today. And give us a little, kind of a little short story about the whole, kind of what you do and where you've been, and the whole Corning to Airspan, and then a little bit about Airspan, and then, if you don't mind, we're gonna have a few questions to talk about.
Sure. First of all, I'm excited to be a part of this. I came to Corning back 14 years ago, and it was a good fit for the wireless piece within the Corning.
Now, did you come to Corning through the acquisition of the
Mobile Access?
Mobile Access. Okay, gotcha.
Right. And it was really good for a bit, but Corning was so focused on fiber and everything else that we felt that we want to do more. And when the opportunity came where Airspan wanted to purchase us, that made a big difference in us. Where Airspan is a radio company, and that means a lot, when you're looking at RF. So, sure enough, they purchased us, and it's been a good experience so far. It was back in April we became Airspan, and Corning has done a good job of handing everything off so we don't miss a beat, and things are going well. So.
And tell us a little bit about that transition and how that's working out now for Airspan.
Yeah.
It's been a short period of time, I know, but...
Yeah, the Airspan transition has been going really well. We hit the ground running. We have been profitable already our second
That's impressive.
quarter, and it's been really good. The message that, Airspan wanted to convey to all our customers is basically, we're in business, we're here to stay, we're going to innovate new products and services and all that good stuff, and we have. So that's been really positive news to the people. They were kind of holding their breath. Our customers were, just standoffish a bit because, going from Corning to Airspan. Who is Airspan?
Right.
Even though Airspan's been in business for, 20 plus years, it wasn't widely known in the DAS space and so forth.
So again, certainly we're happy to be part of this as well. We've worked together in the past. It's great that a lot of the folks from Corning transitioned to Airspan, right? So for us, I think it's, much of the same in terms of the relationships, right? So I guess, as far as the Airspan, what obviously there's the Corning products and pieces that came over, right? What does Airspan add to the portfolio as well to bolster the product offering?
What they've got their Airspan has their private LTE, as well as DAS, as well as RAN products. So that coming together, all three of those really gives us a strong foothold among the carriers and building products for enterprise.
Post-pandemic, when construction certainly seems to be coming back, not only in New York Metro, but other parts of the country as well. So I think the timing couldn't be better from our collective perspective, right? So again, certainly looking forward to tackling some of those opportunities moving forward?
I'm very optimistic about our future as well as the enterprise, where we're at, like you say, today. I just think it's, an exciting time. People have gained confidence in Airspan, and people are starting to move on projects now. So there's been a lot of opportunities, even, with the carriers pulling back a couple of years ago. They're now moving forward with very large projects with us, and it only helps the whole ecosystem.
A lot of that confidence that they have in Airspan really is because of the folks like yourself that came over and the relationships that you had as well, right? It's not like being introduced to an entirely new team.
Yeah, that's true. We did not have to introduce ourselves to customers that that we're a new player in town, and we've got good ideas and so forth. We have a track record.
Mark, one of the things I wanted to ask you is, in my experience selling the DAS solutions to market, there's always been an issue with supplying the carrier signal.
Yeah.
And there's always been kind of a unknown fight between the carriers to give up that signal. If it's AT&T, they don't want Verizon in there. Verizon there, they want AT&T, and they won't let it really turn over to the enterprise. But I'm seeing some more movement towards enterprise-funded solutions versus carrier-funded. Could you speak to that a little bit about what are you seeing, and what are you seeing in the near future of what model is going to be taking precedence out there?
Well, I think it's still changing. You have carriers that are open to our Spider Cloud, as well as there's an abundance of other RF sources out there, and the enterprise going to that carrier. Provide the signal source at a cost. The carriers are basically saying that, certain projects like airports and stadiums and all that, big venue, they're going to fund those. They're going to focus on those, yeah. But all the hotels, the hospitality, all the rest of it, they are looking forward to the enterprise paying for their own systems in those facilities. And whether you go to AT&T or VBG in the Verizon Business Group and request that RF source, they have a solution. And depending on how big the scope of work is, they will sit there and talk about, or look at different solutions, how many sectors are needed. And, it can get costly, but, they try to fit in an opportunity for each project.
So, for example, if an enterprise went with a Spider Cloud solution, would the carriers be more apt to give that signal source in an enterprise environment now more than they used to, or it's just still changing?
It's still changing.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
it's
So it's any which way but loose, depending on the deal, right?
Exactly.
Really looking forward to it. I think we're going to have a good run.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been doing this for a while, so it's like Kenny said, it's not like we're reintroducing to new community, right? We're very tied to the community. We have the relationships. We know where all the bones are buried, and we're really excited that we have a solid solution now, because as you know, with Corning, we had some holes in it, right? And support issues because of their focus. And so we're really excited that this is really going to fill our void in our technology solutions for the enterprise. We have the power, we have the fiber, network gear through Corning, but to have Airspan and have a complete, total, wireless solution and a radio. I know, as you said, radio. Does Airspan do the emergency radios?
Well, we do some of like band 14, which is FirstNet, which is a requirement, in some facilities. But Yeah, and then we have other products. So
and that's been our problem in the past, is not having that radio solution, because they have to put that in. That's always the first thing that has to go in. So whoever gets in there first with that has the opportunity to. So that's where we're getting excited to open a lot of doors.
Yeah, and we've had so far great reaction, just as we've talked to folks, as we've mentioned that this would be happening, right, with the agreement and the arrangement relationship between ABC and Airspan too. So we've had a great reaction. I know there's a lot of people that are looking forward to us being able to help and solve some of those challenges as well, right?
Yeah, no, this will be great. So thank you for coming. Let's go get some lunch and look forward to a little training session afterwards.
let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Thanks a lot.
Shit, thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Thank you.